when the parents and the children enroll together. Because of course the children cannot make it to the class without their parents. So
Absolutely.
when we've seen the parents actually, come and take part in the class, number one, it encourages the children. It shows the children that, oh my goodness, my parents are willing to preserve their language, then I should too. There's one story that I wanted to share, during the class. We have this young girl, her family is from Honduras, and she was taking the children's class and her mother was taking the adult class. And I was noticing that the young lady was not paying attention to her class. So I said, hey, you have to pay attention to the class. And she turned around and she was like, but Miss Cheryl, I'm listening to my mother. It's like, what do you mean you're listening to your mother? I'm listening to my mother speak Garifuna for the first time. I've never heard my mother speak Garifuna.
Wow,
and when she did that, when she said that, she was interested in learning how to speak Garifuna because she was so proud to hear her own mother speaking the language. And the reason I say that is, we as parents, if we don't show interest in our language and in our culture, why in the world would our children show interest in our language and culture? We have to set the example. And
Absolutely.
If we don't, they won't follow.
One thing also, Cyril, is that we don't want to sound all negative. There's a lot of good news to share, and I want to give you a little bit of the good news that we have. That we have been able to serve over 200 people in the community who have made it to our classes from the time that we opened our Mabatua Cultural Center on 54th and Normandy to the time that we moved to the Blazer Center to our new home, which is the Uprising Social Club, which is on 6416 South Western Avenue. Hundreds of people have come, like I said, over 200. And these are people who have retained a lot of the knowledge that they learned. Salutations, the numbers in Garifuna. They didn't even know that there was a Garifuna alphabet. That there are letters that don't exist in the Garifuna alphabet, like the letter X, like the letter J, the letter C doesn't exist in Garifuna. Instead of the J, we use the H. Instead of the C, we use the K. Instead of many of the letters that we don't use, like X, there's no use for it. However, that knowledge has been able to be welcomed by the students, and we have put out some good quality students out there. So we know that the ones that have come through the classrooms of GAHFU, the Garifuna Language and Culture Academy, have been able to be a success.